Hi everyone, I'm here at Harvard University at a time when Harvard is making headlines for all the wrong, or some might say all the right reasons. It has decided to take on the world's most powerful man, Donald Trump, and there's no telling who's going to win this round. In the meantime, let me just flip my camera around and give of what a beautiful day it is. It looks like such a serene and calm day, like everything is at peace, the world is at peace with itself. There are kids kicking around a football here in the garden. It's a beautiful, beautiful blue sky. How we miss this back home in Delhi. I'm talking about the color of the sky. There's a church close by, and I'm just going to give you a little walk through the campus. Now, Harvard is the oldest university in the United States of America. And what happens here in its fight with Donald Trump will have far reaching consequences, not just for education and the reputation of the United States of America, but in some ways, repercussions for free speech and how far Trump can go to impose his power, has actually been going on here. Let me keep walking and give you a sense of what's been going on. So, what's been going on, as many of you know, is that the Trump administration cut $2 billion in funding after Harvard said, "Look, boss, Trump, you're the president, but you're not our boss." This was applauded. It was applauded by the famous alums of the university, including Barack Obama. The student community was very pleased. But the big question is, can Harvard survive? The $2 billion have already been taken away from Harvard. But on the day that I'm here, Donald Trump has actually made two new threats. Let me tell you about them. The Trump administration has said that it could change the tax status, the tax exemptions that Harvard presently enjoys. This will be a big financial hit if it happens. And the other very, very big threat from the Trump administration, in fact, officials have already written a letter to the university, is the threat that Harvard may no longer be able to enroll international students. Now, that's a big one. I mean, that has repercussions for even so many people back home in India who want to send their kids here, who've studied themselves here. Can Trump do it? I mean, the court will have the eventual last word, but certainly the administration is talking about blocking international students. Just to share a data point, 27% of Harvard's enrollment is international students. And of course, while it adds to the international character of this great university, it's also a huge source of revenue. So remember, it's all boiling down to whether Harvard can afford to take the principled stand that it's taken. According to students here, ever since Harvard announced its decision to take on Donald Trump, people are responding positively even with donations. And in 24 hours, the university was able to raise $1 million, something like that. But compare that to the $151 million that donors withdrew last year. Why did that happen? Let me sit here on a bench and explain it to you. Like with so many universities, it all comes down to universities being embroiled in the Israel Gaza dispute, the Israel Gaza war or conflict. Ever since the Hamas attack of October 7th in 2023, this campus, like other campuses, saw protests. Both sides of the divide had protests, those supporting Israel action and those opposing it and supporting the Palestinian cause. Now, those protests that were pro Palestinian were dubbed as anti Semitic by many of the prominent donors who withdrew, as I said, more than $150 million in donations. The Harvard president testifying at that time before the US Congress actually, many would agree, made a mess of it and resigned. The new president is the one who's taken on the Trump administration while simultaneously promising to contain anti Semitism on the campus. So, Israel Gaza continues to be a fault line on campuses in the United States of America. But the battle that is brewing here is not only where you stand on that issue. The battle here is about whether Donald Trump can dictate to universities in a country that likes to call itself the land of the free. The gloves are off, the game, or rather the battle, the war is on. The courts may have the final say, but for now, Donald Trump has said that this university, considered the best in the world, is a joke, that it promotes quote unquote hate and stupidity, and that it does not deserve any federal funds. And if Harvard loses its tax status or its capacity or freedom to enroll international students, it will change the United States of America as we know it. It's still a big if, and sitting here under the sun with this pastoral, idyllic, serene beauty all around me, you wouldn't guess it. But this is the mother of all battles. On the ground at Harvard University for Mojo Story, Barkha Dutt.